My name is Joshua Lister and my game is the MegaCorp Arena. So at the moment we're just looking at the main level design of the game. We've got some enemy players and a basic UMG menu design. So at the moment this is just the simulation method, and what we're doing at the moment is we're dropping a projectile on the floor with a delay on it and has sound on it as well on the effect. So we'll be going over the blueprints for this in detail further on, but at the moment this is just a small playthrough with the level and the design and look of it all. So now we'll be checking the enemy AI. And what we're going to do is we're just going to click on the AI and check the pawn sensing. So at the moment we've created some pawn sensing attributes, and what these will do is making sure that the nav mesh is, now we've selected it. Now the nav mesh is selected, that when we press P we can check that the arena floor is currently covered, so all the AI will be able to easily and smoothly run along here. So we'll just click on an AI and go into the character blueprints. And then whilst we're in the blueprints you can see that this is just the normal event graph and there is spawning here. So what this will do is they will spawn the actor on the location specified on the target point that we've given, and what this will do is it'll create a copy of the actor and place it within game. So now we're going to check some more blueprints that we've made in this project. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the main menu UMG, and you can see a simple border here with just some text in the middle, and it's centered. It has a different style, as we can see. On pressed it changes color, and on hover it also changes color. So now we're going into the graph version of this, and you can see the script that we've made for this. Now this is just a simple play open level, and then what it'll do is it'll get the attribute, and then it will say, has it been clicked? Yes, if so open the level, if not press don't do anything, but then exit if we choose so. So now we're going into the main event graph of the third person character, which is our main character that we'll be using for this, and you can see that I've put a hide mesh on camera collision area, and what this will do is when we use the overlapping components, when the camera is close to a wall or something that will make it go skew, it will make the character invisible rather than skewing, rather than seeing through the character mesh. So now we want to check the spawn projectile. So now we've got the simple spawn projectiles and sounds. You can see that there's on the left mouse button it plays a sound and then a delay into the spawn projectile. And if we go into the spawn projectile functions, you can see that it spawns the actor, which it spawns the bullet, which is an actor, and then the bullet has certain attributes on how it will be used and moved. So at the moment we've just got it to basically drop down, and on a delay it'll play a sound and then it'll do that. But we have the delay so it can have a time between you can shoot. So even though we're dropping a bomb in this game, we want people to have a break between how many they can drop, so this delay helps us use that. So we're going to go into the viewport of our skeletal mesh, and you can see on the event graph that we've got some simple stuff here. We've got the enemy dies, and we have this is just a capsule component, and when the bullet overlaps the capsule component the character will die, and then it will cause a sound effect as well. So the enemy here is just a simple blueprint to say. So now we'll be covering a few issues that we've had with the game. So as you can see with the spawn blueprint that we've made earlier, it does spawn the enemy. These are some random spawns, but as you can see, I've not placed them correctly because it wasn't working. I realised I needed a character class blueprint, and I had some issues which we'll go over a bit later on why that went wrong. So at the moment these drop. They do have collision, so if you go over them it does have the same reset level attributes which you can see here, but they just don't move or act. So this is the original project that I had. This project does not work now on the simulation. It does not move, and this is since I ended up going into changing it to a C++ script. I tried adding the base health, and then realised that I did not have the correct SDKs installed when I was doing this. So what happened was I had to fully reinstall the SDKs, but since it was a problem, I had to totally redo the level. So the animation for this is yet to be added to the main level, as this is quite a recent issue, and this is what the character will be doing. So this is quite a simple blueprint. This is using the main blueprint from the 3D character, but branching it off and making it rotate and aim with the camera. So this works on the yaw rather than the Y and the X, so it works on the Z, and that way we can get a nice up and down feel when we're doing it. So we've created a function which is player is aiming down sights. So once there is right clicked, it will cause the aiming down sights and do an animation blend, and this animation blend will change between an iron sight and the normal mode. So now that I've retargeted the mesh, I can literally go in and change the attributes. So now we've got the start ADS and the server stop ADS. So what this does is it makes sure that on the server that it's all running nice and correctly. So when we're running it online or networking, it does these checks beforehand. So that is what these are here for. So this is just some server checks to help increase compatibility. As we're doing this, we can see that it's setting the values. So we get our boom and our other values where we can have our max yaw rotation, and if we go in our stop aim down sights and our start aim down sights, you can see that it's got a string of blueprints which lets you control the rotation based on the camera and the character movement.